At this time, I would like for all of you to turn off all electronic devices. Thank you. A quick note as we begin. We are using wireless headsets to provide interpreting services today. As a reminder, speakers, be sure to pause for allowing for our interpreters to keep up. To all guests today, please be understanding as we work with this technology to help all of our community members participate in this event. Thank you. Family, friends, teachers, staff, school board members, and superintendent, welcome to the Class of 2017 Commencement Ceremony. My fellow classmates and I are very honored to have you join us today as we begin our next journey down life's path.
It's my honor to introduce the first of our two student speakers, the first of our co-valedictorians, who is the son of Hue Pham and Loy Nguyen, recipient of the University of Vermont Green and Gold Scholarship. His many accomplishments include participation in the New England Music Festival for 2 years, All-State Music Festival for 3 years. He was a member of the Vermont Youth Chorus, Council President of Diversity Rock International Youth Group, and performed at Carnegie Hall in New York City. In May, he completed an early college year at the Vermont Academy of Science and Technology, graduating with high honors. And he graduates here today with 33 and a half high school credits and 38 college credits. Next year, he will be at the University of Vermont, pursuing a career in medical and health science, while continuing with his passion for music and theater. There's a magical spell that calms him when things get tough. He says, everything happens for a reason and it's gonna be okay because impossible things happen every day. So please join me in welcoming Ki Win.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for coming here today and sharing this important moment with the Winooski High School Class of 2017. All of us have worked really hard to be sitting here on stage today. High school is a big challenge, one way or another. Whether it was difficult assignments, family issues, personal relationships, emotions, or just simply walking to school on the hot, rainy, or snowy day. Personally, the hardest thing that I have to went through was when I first came to the United States 4 years ago. Let me tell you, English wasn't an easy thing to learn. It is my second language, and it was hard to find a good English teacher in a small rural town where I am originally from, southeast of Vietnam. When I came here, I was just a 14-year-old boy with no knowledge about the US school system. That being said, I struggled a lot in school, in every single class I took in the first semester of my freshman year. One of the best examples was the Earth System class taught by Miss Bundy. Different from my other classes, the Earth System class was all about making scientific hypotheses and doing research. That means if you could not speak English, oh man, you're done. I sat in the Earth System class just like a statue that can breathe. I could not communicate or connect with any student in the class. The only thing I could do was to make eye contact. Something happened in my other classes. I was totally lost from the lesson. And if an assignment took people 10 to 20 minutes to finish, it would probably take me about an hour because I needed to do a lot of translation. Nighttime was probably the worst part of the day. I could not count how many times my tears dropped on my book and on my pillow. When I look at my report card for the first quarter, I was totally shocked. I questioned myself if the decision I made to come here was right or wrong. Based on what I saw on the report card, I felt like I just destroyed my future. At the moment, the only way for me to fix it was to move on. I knew that the source of the problem was my confidence in my English language skill. So I chose to pursue social life activity to gain not only social language, but also academic language. I was really fortunate to receive a lot of help from many teachers in Winooski High School. They knew exactly the difficulties that every newcomer must go through, and they did everything they could to help me to make sure that I caught up with the lesson in class, whether it was coming to school early, staying late after school, skipping the break time to spend more time to help me, or answering my email at 2 a.m. in the morning. And as a result, I was able to find my confidence to be more involved in school and to set a great foundation to become who I am today. That being said, I have a lot of people to say thank to. First, I would like to dedicate my deepest appreciation to the teachers, staffs, and faculties in the Winooski High School. Thank you so much for helping me and holding my hand every step of the way. I know that if someone asked the teachers, what is he good at? They probably would answer, he's good at complaining every time in class, I know. And next, I would also want to thank my family for believing in me and being with me this whole entire journey. I also want to thank all of my friends, my fellow graduates. They're really amazing. They cheer me up every time and always give me great compliments after my performance, doesn't matter how terrible that performance is. And I also want to thank Rainbow, Anis, Pascal, and Akash for being my white lines on the road of life. Finally, I want to say this for the very last time. Hello, my name is Ki Nguyen, and I am a student at Winooski High School. Thank you.
The second of our co-valedictorians is the daughter of Randy Kay and Gerald Mativier. Recipient of the Lady Spartan Award and Scholar Athlete Award, she completed both her senior paper and project with honors, and her iLab project, building a Dobsonian telescope, was truly stellar. This student's personal attributes, grounded in the support that she has received consistently from her parents, include a calm and steady demeanor, exemplary work ethic, and humble attitude, evidenced in both her 3.94 GPA and the fact that over 4 years of high school, she missed 4 days of school. Next year, she begins her studies to become a dental hygienist at Vermont Technical Center. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that, the legendary football coach Paul Bear Bryant said. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. These words are incredibly fitting for our second valedictorian. Please join me in welcoming Mariah Mativier.
Good afternoon. This speech was made possible by the countless practice speeches all of us graduates have done over these past years. Shout out to the effective oral and written communication GX. To begin, I want to say how honored I am to be standing before you all, my family, my academic educators, and my friends. I would like to take a moment to celebrate all of you, since none of us would be up on this stage today if it weren't for you. Looking back on my 12 years at Winooski, I realized that this is one special school. Not only do we have high-tech water fountains that have a special place to fill up your water bottle, but we also have an amazing atmosphere. It's the people in this building who make this such an amazing place. I have never seen such dedicated teachers who truly care about the well-being of their students. At Winooski High School, we have many different types of teachers. The ones who are more relaxed and easygoing, or as some of you might say, chill. The ones who run a more strict classroom. The many who are obsessed with coffee. And the one who occasionally walks around barefoot. I'm talking about you, Mr. McKelvey. No matter how different these teachers may be, they all have one major thing in common. They care about their students. I've never felt more supported and motivated than I do when I'm in this school, and I have my teachers to thank for that. Another thing I remember while looking back on these past years is when I received my first laptop in middle school. I wanted to make sure that it was as secure as possible, so of course I came up with the best password a 10-year-old could think of. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Unfortunately, I kept forgetting how to spell it. But along with these new laptops came my first email account, 2017 mmativier@wsdschools.org. Please do not email me. The 2017 part is what scared me a little bit. Up until then, no one had told me my year of graduation. At the time, it seemed so far away, but in reality, it came very fast. It seems like just yesterday we were all learning how to open our lockers. And it was just yesterday when I forgot my locker combination. My advice to everyone who has not yet graduated is to take in the experiences that Winooski High School has to offer. Before you know it, this will be you up on this stage, so make high school something you will never forget. While preparing for this speech, I came across a quote by Dr. Seuss. Don't cry because it's over, smile because it happened. When I look back at the memories we've all shared together as a class, it makes me smile because I realize that high school isn't as bad as everyone makes it out to be. I've met so many amazing people whom I will never forget. The memories I have made in our huge one-hallway school will last with me forever. For instance, when Mr. Clark brought in Donald Trump masks for our government class when we were briefing the president, or when Miss Paquette nearly sabotaged our game of Mexican train dominoes because she accidentally had the double six tile without knowing. These memories are more important to me than anything else that's happened over these past 12 years, more important than this cap and gown. These memories make us who we are. I want to make sure all of you know these should not be the best years of your life. Hopefully you have many years ahead of you where you will accomplish greater things. Chase after your dreams, find your passion, and do what you love. I hope that when we all meet once again, you'll have amazing stories to tell about your life. To all of the graduates today, congratulations and good luck. Not that any one of you will need it. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce Ms. Rebecca Holcombe. Ms. Holcombe joined the Agency of Education in January 2014. Prior to joining the agency, Rebecca taught at the middle school, high school, and university levels. She taught social studies and science before becoming the principal at the Fairley School. While at Fairley, she helped lead the district through the formation of the Rivendell Interstate School District. Rebecca holds a BA in History from Brown University, an MBA from the Simmons School of Management, and MED from Harvard Graduate School of Education. She also completed coursework for her principal certification at Lyndon State College and received her preparation as a teacher at the Upper Valley Educators Institute. Please join me in welcoming my #1 inspiration and incredible role model, the Vermont Secretary of Education, Rebecca Holcombe.
What Rainbow didn't say is she's my #1 inspiration. So it's such a privilege to be here. I want to thank the class of 2017 for welcoming me here today. It means so much for me to be able to celebrate you as a group of individuals. I've already cried, Ken, and I've already laughed, Mariah, and I'm just so privileged to be here and recognize you as our future Vermonters. Really, it's my honor. A couple weeks ago, as a group, you did a school walk starting in the pre-kindergarten and walking past classrooms where your younger students do now what you have already successfully done. You made friends here at Winooski, you argued with your classmates, and then you made peace. You've overcome challenge, some of you substantial challenge, to be able to sit here today on the stage. You learned how to read and to write, and you learned how to reason mathematically. You've shown your community flashes of the strong adults you are now becoming. And all I can say is that is a perfect metaphor for your journey as a student and for your growing power as a person. If anybody tells you that you can't do something, just think of all you can do now, today, that was unthinkable when you began your journey here at Winooski. Keep pursuing your dreams, because the only thing that will stop you is lack of faith in yourselves. What do children learn when they first enter school? They learn how to be part of a community. They learn how to share their toys and how to get along with others. Some of us learn more quickly than others. I have the privilege of being one of the few secretaries of education who was suspended from school in pre-kindergarten that I'm aware of. And it took us a while to learn how to behave. I spent quite a bit of time in the principal's office, but eventually I learned because my school was like Winooski. The Winooski schools spend time building a strong sense of community and helping you learn how to work with each other, support others, and learn how to be a good citizen. Winooski does this because a community and civility are foundational for democracy, and you learn that at school, and we see that here today. During a visit a few weeks ago, when I came to Winooski, and I love coming here, it makes me so proud to be in Vermont, I saw self-portraits and pictures Winooski's youngest children had drawn of what they cared about most: family, friends, school, various animals, and a few things I couldn't recognize. I imagine you once made pictures like this yourselves when you were young students here at Winooski, including pictures that your parents couldn't recognize. Your names and your stories reflected the incredible diversity of where you came from and also reflect what you have in common: love for your families, appreciation for your community, your school, and all the things that you aspire to be. Your younger students here appreciated animals, different animals for different reasons. Like you who came before, each of you is unique, and each of the young students in Winooski is unique. But together, you are all part of this bigger community with shared values, and you are all better off for it. Several of you today have referred to your peers as one of the best part of your experience, and that is because together as a group, you are better than each of you individually. A strong school community, like strong democracy, honors the unique strengths and interests and opinions of all of its individual members, while binding you together in pursuit of shared goals and a more perfect union. As the old proverb says, sticks in a bundle are stronger. Each of you is unique, but together, bound together, you are all stronger. Some of you may know that Rainbow Chen, your classmate, was appointed to serve on the State Board of Education. Rainbow has championed the rights of all students, including undocumented students, as to have a safe place to learn. Rainbow, I like to say, you bend the world to your will. You don't have to bend to the world. And in doing so, Rainbow was able to represent this community and to motivate the State Board of Education for the state of Vermont to make several very strong public statements. I mention that because this is a characteristic of the Winooski that I know and the Winooski students that I meet, and it's not unique to Rainbow, whether it's here at your school or at even a press conference last week with Senator Leahy. What I see Winooski students do is use your voices powerfully to advocate for your community and the people in them. And in doing so, you make our community better, not just for here in Winooski, but for all people. I mentioned those pictures of animals I saw while walking your school, and I often use animal metaphors because they teach us about people and about this balance that as a nation we now need to find between self-interest and the strength of our communities. There was a Purdue University scientist named William Muir who was very interested in studying how many eggs a chicken can lay. And that seems like a very important goal, because if chickens lay more eggs, farmers can make more money and they can take better care of their families and their communities. So he did an experiment to figure out how to get chickens to lay more eggs. And he set up two groups of chickens. In the first group was just a regular old set of chickens, and he put them together and he let them lay eggs for 6 generations. But in the other group, he put his super chickens. This was his super flock. And what he did is he picked the chicken from each generation that had the most eggs, and he bred them together because he thought if he made all the best chickens always go together, then obviously after several generations, there would be a super group of super chickens who made more eggs than any other chicken. But here's what happened. The first thing is that the first group of average chickens were fine after 6 generations. They were fat and happy, fully feathered, and making as many eggs as ever. But the second group, the super chickens, all of them were dead except for 3 chickens because they pecked each other to death, because the success of some of the super chickens came at the expense of the other chickens. We have been playing this super chicken game in Vermont for too long, and this game isn't getting us where we need to go. And when I think of students like Rainbow and the students I've heard from Winooski, what they tell us is just as some chickens can't succeed only by putting down other chickens, in Vermont, some people can't get ahead by putting down other people. As we know, if the only way to be successful is to put other people down, then we need to find a better way to live and a better, richer way to live. As Musa Mayange said in his essay for the Sanders Essay Contest, which I did read, and it was read all over the state of Vermont, if each of us could accept that we are all humans, we come from different places, we have different interests, we could accept racial differences but not let them divide us. We will never move forward here in Winooski. We will never move forward in Vermont if we don't work together side by side and knock down our obstacles. And Musa, those are such wise words, not just for Winooski, but for the entire state of Vermont. I'm counting on you, I'm counting on your classmates as you leave Winooski to help us all in Vermont find a better way to work and a richer way to live. I hope for each of you success as you leave your school, but I hope none of you find your success by being a super chicken. Don't forget your friends here at Winooski. How do you do that? You do that by remembering what it means to be part of a community and to make that community as inclusive as possible. As you leave Winooski, you are already role models for those who come behind you, many of the people here in the auditorium. When you walked down the halls of the school last week, while you were reflecting on what it was to be your younger self and how far you have come, the little children in the school were looking at you and dreaming of their possible future selves. You are already leaders because the other children in this school look at you and they see their own future potential. With you, they see people like themselves who are achieving success. Every success being celebrated today in this graduation is an example to those who come behind of what can be done with hard work and the support of families in the school. Your learning is power. Do not underestimate how powerful you are as young adults. Never let anyone tell you you're not. Your learning and your education gives you the freedom to make choices. You can go to college. You can go to a career. You can join the service because you are powerful, learned people. You can build a business. Your every success is an inspiration to the youngest children in Winooski of what they can do themselves. On a personal note, it's always moving to me to come here because education is so important in my own family. I'm the grandchild of someone who learned English in the United States. She came here not speaking English at all, and she ended up being put into foster care because her mother died and her father succumbed to alcohol and violence. My grandmother became a high school dropout because she had to go to work to support herself. And then she became a single mother when her husband passed away during the war. My mother still remembers and talks about being hungry at the end of the pay period. And my grandmother loved her children, but she had to give one up for adoption, and she worked incredibly hard. And I would not be here today if it wasn't for others who lent her and my mother privilege when they needed it most. And that's what's happened for those of you who've been successful today. And a generation or two later, people like me are able to stand on the shoulders of those who came before us because of the opportunities they were given by people who cared. And as I stand today, as a highly privileged person representing the state of Vermont and the governor of Vermont, what I want you to know is that many people who now sit in powerful seats in Vermont once faced large obstacles just like some of the ones that you overcame. That is the story of America, and as you leave school, that is the story you continue, and I expect to see great things from you moving forward. As you leave Winooski, I want you to know that what sometimes also makes you feel different is also what makes you very powerful. This school is unique in Vermont because of the opportunities you have here to learn how to work well with people from different cultures. Many of you are bilingual. Some of you have been here for several generations in your families. I recently spoke with a very influential businessman in Vermont who said that the biggest challenge he has in growing his business is that the world is increasingly global and his business is international. He can't find enough Vermonters who can speak other languages or who know how to work with people who are different than they are. You are models in the state because you have an extraordinary amount of skill at working with people who are different from you are. You are the answer to that problem. Never forget your school walk and how much more competent and powerful you have become over your years of education. You get better when you work hard. Now you write essays for statewide contests and you get all expenses paid invitations to travel to other states to tell adults about how to engage student voice. You play beautiful jazz. You debate how to handle calendars and schedules in ways that reflect the diversity, the religious diversity of your community. You go to Carnegie Hall. You work to support your families. You show off your new debate skills, and you develop iLab courses that allow you to pursue your personal individual passions. You cherish the unique customs of your different classmates, even as you assert all are welcome. You will run businesses, you will work for the government, and you will make and fix things. And one day, I hope some of you will run for political office and represent your state. Finally, I want to thank two other groups. First, I thank the educators here at Winooski Middle and High School. Many of them could have done anything, but all of whom have chosen to use their passion and intelligence to make sure that the students and the children of Winooski have the opportunities they need to grow up strong, skilled, and wise enough to lead us through difficult times and into a strong and prosperous Vermont future. Our educators do this because they know that taking care of our children is the most important work a community can do. And most importantly, I want to thank all of the families that stand behind you. Each of the graduates here on the stage has a unique story. Each has overcome challenges to arrive at this present moment. However, many of you would not have arrived at this moment of celebration without the love, the support, the demands, the hopes, and the expectations of those who are seated here today, and most importantly, of the families. As you cross the threshold from school to college and work, I am so proud to celebrate your success and welcome you to the work of building a strong democracy and a strong economic future for yourselves, for your community, and for the state of Vermont. Congratulations.
We have been asked to explain the honor regalia worn by graduates. Gold cords signify honors students. The white and blue stoles signify the National Honor Society. White and purple stoles signify the National Technical Honor Society. Before awarding the graduation scholarships and awards, it is also important for us to recognize the recipient of the University of Vermont Green and Gold Scholarship. This year's recipient is Ki Win. The 2017 Graduation Scholarships and Awards. The Class of 2003 Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a senior who has demonstrated dedication to his or her class and exhibited genuine care and respect for the Winooski High School. The 2017 recipient is Pascal Siki. The Winooski Eagle Scholarship is presented to two deserving students continuing his or her education. The 2017 recipients are Roshan Pradhan and Renuka Butari. The Skills and Trade Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is awarded to a student who is continuing his or her education in a skill or trade. The 2017 recipient is Jocelyn Bohr. The Maida F. Townsend Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is given to a student who has demonstrated a love of learning, an openness to the richness of differences among people, and a willingness to use his or her time and talent in service to others. The 2017 recipient is Colton Lavalette. The VFW Community Service Award is presented to 2 graduates in recognition of outstanding community service. The 2017 recipients are Tatum McBride and Rainbow Chen. The Academic Scholarships, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to 2 students who excel academically. The 2017 recipients are Mariah Mativier and Keed Wynn. The Vermont Honor Scholarship, initiated by the Vermont Legislature, is presented to a student with outstanding academic achievement going on to college. The 2017 recipient is Mariah Mativier. The Student Council Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a student who has made notable contributions to bettering Winooski High School. The 2017 recipient is Holly Turner. Board of School Directors Awards. These awards, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, are presented to 2 graduates who have shown the most improvement during their 4 years of high school. The 2017 recipients are Jocelyn Bohr and Justice Palmer. The Bill Everts Memorial Scholarship, given in memory of Bill Everts, is given to a senior who is the first in their family to go to college. The 2017 recipient is Justice Palmer. The Winooski Education Association Scholarship is presented to 2 individuals entering the field of education in recognition of exceptional contributions to school activities and all-around excellence in academics. The 2017 recipients are Habiba and Vonay Thibault. The Beverly Poulin Memorial Scholarship, in memory of Beverly Poulin, is given to 1 male and 1 female going into the STEM area and who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement. The 2017 recipients are Pascal Siki and Marie Lee. The Winooski Business Department Scholarship is awarded to 2 students who have excelled in business classes and are pursuing a degree in business or a related field. This scholarship is paid for by fundraisers done in the Winooski High School Business Department. The 2017 recipients are Riley Corrigan and Sujan Acharya. The Challenge Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a well-rounded, highly motivated student in the top 25% of the graduating class who has overcome obstacles in achieving his or her success. The 2017 recipients are Marie Lee and Pascal Siki. The PTO Education Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a student who is pursuing a career in education, and who has displayed community involvement through school or work experience. The 2017 recipient is Rainbow Chen. The PTO Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is given to 2 students who have shown an overall commitment to and involvement with the high school in multiple and varying ways. The 2017 recipients are Holly Turner and Ki Wen. The Al's French Fries Scholarship, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is presented to a graduate planning on a 4-year post-secondary program. The 2017 recipient is Colton Lavalette. The Bob Weiss Scholarship is a scholarship awarded to a student who demonstrates his or her curiosity about the world through asking questions and demonstrating determination in the pursuit of understanding. The 2017 recipient is Enis Hirosevich. The VFW Scholarship is a scholarship presented to a student pursuing a degree and has been involved in other extracurricular activities. And the 2017 recipient of the VFW Scholarship is Sujan Acharya. The Carol L. Kessler RN Memorial Award is presented to a student or students who are in the upper 25% of the senior class and who are intending to continue their education in healthcare or a related field. The 2017 recipient is Riley Corrigan. The Leadership Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is given to 2 students who have demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities and exemplified positive attitudes. The 2017 recipients are Rainbow Chen and Pascal Siki. The Part-Time Scholarship, sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, is given to 2 students pursuing a post-secondary degree on a part-time basis. The 2017 recipients are Tatum McBride and Habiba. The Class of 2013 Scholarship is a scholarship for a senior who has demonstrated dedication to his or her class and exhibited a genuine care and respect for Winooski High School. This year's recipient is Marie Lee. The John J. Malkovsky Community Service Scholarship is given to 2 deserving students who have participated actively in community service. The 2017 recipients are Rainbow Chen and Tatum McBride. The Winooski Booster Club Scholarship awards an athlete who participated in sports throughout high school, especially their senior year, and demonstrated outstanding leadership qualities on and off the playing field. The 2017 recipient is Riley Corrigan. The Mayor and City Council scholarships, co-sponsored by Dollars for Scholars, are presented to 1 male and 1 female student who have shown the most improvement over the 4 years of high school. The 2017 recipients are Musa Mayenge and Shonda Pringle. The Samuel Samuelson Scholarship is given to 2 deserving seniors continuing their education. The 2017 recipients are Renuka Batari and Roshan Pradhan. Okay, and that concludes the presentation of scholarships and awards to the class of 2017.
Farho Abdullahi. Sujan Acharya. Habiba. Renuka Batari. Jocelyn Boer. Joy Maya Carpenter. Mitchell Chadwick. Rainbow Chen. Riley Leanne Corrigan. Taylor Ann Duffy. Jasmine Gendron. Krishna Gurung. Enis Horozovich. Abdi Razak Hussein. Brianna M. Knox. Colton Lavalette. Marie Lee. Tatum Allie McBride. Amen. Musa Ali Mayenge. Mariah Jessie Mativier. Anab Abdullahi Muhammad. Ki Yui Win. Justice Palmer. Roshan Pradhan. Shonda Pringle. Anju Pokwal. Kim Saccone. Vonay Essence Tebow. Holly Noel Turner. Pascal Siki Wasiki. Nathaniel Joseph Whitney. Friends and family, I present to you the Winooski High School graduating class of 2017.